Welcome to Backyard Wellness. It's a show that hopes to bring you healthy options within the region, the community, and even your own backyard. And today it's about juicing. You know, this show is about a very popular item, and it's a way to get fruits and vegetables, 6 to 8 fruits and vegetables into your diet. So that's why people have become more popular with this. It's also a source of water. 2/3 of our body weight is water. And so, with the water from the fruits and the vegetables, it's the best water. Probably even better than artesian well water. I have with me today Eileen Swenson. She's a nutritionist from Winona. I had her on a show before and we talked about the GAPS diet and how it influences autism. This time we're talking about juicing and detoxing. Hello, Eileen. Welcome.
Hey, Lois.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
But detoxing, why detox?
Well, we're inundated with a lot of chemicals and toxins in our world. So in our food alone, the average American can eat up to 10 pounds of chemical food additives a year. It places a real heavy burden on our bodies. And that's not even to mention the chemicals used in growing conventional crops, so the pesticides. There's also chemicals and toxins in the air and water, so make sure you get a water filter. It's very important to filter your waters. And also personal care items. All the lotions and shampoos and everything we put on our skin and our body goes into our bloodstream.
Yeah, I heard about 60% of what we put on our skin goes directly to our bloodstream.
Yeah.
So I want it to be as clean as possible.
Absolutely. I tell my clients that they should not put anything on their skin unless they can eat it. So I put coconut oil on my skin, and my dog and my cat love licking it off of me. That's the only danger. Your pets might like it too.
So today we're really going to have things that are incredible edibles.
Absolutely. And like for my hair, I hope it's a good hair day because I only use baking soda and vinegar. And so you also want to consider baking soda and vinegar are also good house cleaning items as well. So you want to get the toxins out of cleaning your house. So use natural products to clean your house with.
But if you do have a lot of these poisons or pesticides, what kind of things can happen to you if you do have an overabundance of those things?
Yeah, well, you can get digestive problems, allergies, joint pain, headaches, fatigue, skin problems. It's a whole host of physical illnesses can happen. Yeah.
So this is a way to get it out through juicing.
Absolutely. It's a delicious way to get it out.
Oh, this sounds like fun.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first juice I'm going to do is to support the liver. And it's going to be apples, carrots, celery, and beet. Okie dokie. So we'll just get right to it. So the roles that the liver plays in the body, it has over 500 roles that it does. The top 3 are detoxification. It'll prioritize detoxification because if you have a chemical in your body or a toxin, it prioritizes to save your life and get that toxin out. And then blood sugar handling and digestion are the other couple of big ones. But it has, like I said, over 500 roles. So let me turn this on and get this going.
Well, our liver function generally declines after the age of 35. And then if people are on a lot of medicines, I'm sure their liver's not going to be functioning very well.
Absolutely. So some of the symptoms of a liver not functioning well is if you're sensitive to perfumes, cleaners, cigarette smoke, certainly if you have motion sickness, that's another indicator of liver distress. There's a couple others. Let me check. Oh, if you're easily intoxicated or if you have chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia are some other big red flags that your liver needs some help.
So you're putting everything in there.
Yeah. So
even the stem.
Exactly. So what the juicer does, it takes out all the liquid and the nutrients on this side and all the fiber and remains on this other side. So can I tell you a story of when I did juicing at a middle school, a local middle school? So a 5th grader said, "Wow, it's pooping and peeing at the same time." And then you'll see that it comes out and it's not too oxidized, but after a little bit of time, it gets oxidized. And so it kind of turns a little brown.
Oh, you know how to do this.
Yeah, there we go. And then, so when he was drinking the oxidized juice, he says, "Man, this tastes like so good." But he was like, "It looks like barf, but it tastes great." So it's really, really delicious too. The kids love it. So what you want to do to have a delicious juice and detoxifying juice is have 50% fruit. That's why I'm putting in all these apples. So I kind of just gauge it on my little juice container here till it's about halfway, and then I start putting in my veggies. So we'll do this, and we can probably start now with some veggies. So let's start with celery. That might be enough. And then let's do a carrot. When you do softer things like celery, certainly if you were going to do leafy greens, you want to kind of roll them up and bunch them up so they push through easier. But then you want to follow it with like a carrot.
Going down.
So so it pushes everything through with a carrot. Okay. Plus, I don't have that much in it. That's why it's slowing down.
Oh.
For beet, you want to make sure, and you can put I washed this. All these are washed. Okay. So you can certainly put the tail. You don't have to, but you just want a real thin sliver. You want no more than 5% of your juice to be beet because it's very overpowering and it's very powerful. And beets are wonderful for the liver. Okay, so I'll throw that in and I'll follow it by a few more carrots. Carrots are a great digestive healer. Plus they're somewhat sweet, so they add to the sweetness of your juice, which is great. So you'll see the red of the beet coming out once these carrots push it on through. Let's add another apple. And we might as well throw in these. Okay.
That's pretty.
That there. Thank you. Yeah, the beet juice makes it really red and kind of pink when it's all said and done. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what can you do with your juice? You can, certainly we'll just leave those over there. You can certainly drink it straight, which is okay. But what I like to recommend to people is that they make a GAPS shake. And GAPS, as you mentioned, I talked to you about it before. It's a great for many, to heal many mental and physical illnesses, including autism.
GAPS
stands for Gut and Psychology and Physiology Syndrome. So the GAPS shake is wonderful. So this is really good. But if you want to kind of slow the release of the sugars that are in the fruits into your bloodstream so you don't have, spike up and then crash and you keep your blood sugar more even, then you would want to make a GAPS shake. Plus you have so many more nutrients in it. So the ingredients to a GAPS shake is you take homemade sour cream or yogurt. If you're not constipated, you can use homemade yogurt. Certainly you could use store-bought. It wouldn't be GAPS legal, but that's okay. You could certainly use store-bought if you're not following the GAPS program. And so homemade sour cream is just really, really creamy and delicious. My kids for a snack say, "Mom, can I have a spoonful of sour cream?" I mean, we certainly eat it with berries and peaches and all the summer fruits and wonderful fruits, but they just like it plain. It's that good. So you put sour cream in there. You can also do butter or coconut oil, but you want to have a fat because that slows the release of the glucose into the bloodstream.
So that would prevent insulin resistance.
Exactly.
Or the development of diabetes.
Exactly. Okay? And then, so I'll just put a little bit. So you take your 50-50 juice. Your sour cream, you probably want about 1 to 2 tablespoons per person of having that are going to drink the GAPS shake. So I'll put slightly a little bit more. Lois, would you like to taste the sour cream? I'll give you a spoon.
Sure. And
you can tell everyone how it tastes. And then I put in raw eggs. So you want to make sure that your eggs come from, I don't have a trash can.
We're going to have to...
Okay, I'll just set it down here. I'll clean up later.
We won't step on it.
Okay, and so here we go. So I'm going to put in 4 eggs probably. And notice the color of the yolk. It's a beautiful, rich orange. And why does that make a difference? Because it means it's really nutrients dense. It comes from happy chickens from happy farms. And then we have, so make sure you don't buy your eggs from the grocery store with industrialized chickens. Know your farmer and get to know your farmer's chickens and what they feed them and all of that. It makes a huge difference because a lot of yolks that you get from supermarket, if not all, are really pale yellow, and the really rich, deep orange eggs are what you want to focus on, okay? So I think I put in 3, but 3 will work. Okay, so 3 of us have to finish this. So because you want like 1 to 2 tablespoons of sour cream per person and then 1 to 2 eggs per person, okay? Doing this. So then you pour in your juice, your 50-50 juice, and, oh, that's okay. I put it right back, Lois, okay? And so then you blend it all up. Let me see if I can do this. On and this. So let me tell you also, let me turn this off a little bit. Let me pour it in, and then Lois can try it. Well, I'll tell you a little bit more about the benefit of raw eggs and why we do this with raw eggs. Raw eggs are amazing. They go straight into, they provide so many nutrients straight into the bloodstream. So you're going to have, within the yolk of a raw egg, you have your egg white. I mean, no, it's not your egg white. Within the yolk of the egg, you have your amino acids. How's that?
Oh, this is good.
Very good.
Nice and smooth, and yes.
Is it sweet enough?
Yes, it's
very good.
Very good.
Okay, because you want it to be sweet.
See this?
You don't want it to be all vegetable, and you don't want it.
No.
You cringe when you drink it. You want it to taste delicious because life is delicious. So anyway, so going back to what the nutrients are in a raw egg yolk. So, or it's in an egg yolk, even if you cook it. But if it's raw, it goes straight into your body and bypasses digestion. So if you're trying to heal your digestive system and you want all those nutrients straight, your cells to get all the nutrients right away, you drink the raw egg and it goes in almost 100% of it right to where it needs to be. So you're gonna have amino acids, essential fatty acids, B vitamins, zinc, magnesium, folic acid, everything you need for good mental health. To make all of your hormones, which are your messengers in your body, which some of the most important ones are your neurotransmitters to make you happy, like serotonin, that is your happiness hormone.
So it's not fats that are bad, but it's the right fats, having the right fats in your diet. Because I know the right fats will go right to the portal vein and the liver, and it's metabolized. And
absolutely. Fats are so important to keep us happy and healthy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, should we move on to the next one?
Sure, that was good.
Oh, and you finish yours. Oh, let me tell you, when you start, and Lois has been exposed to juicing before. Have you, Lois? A little bit?
Okay. A little bit.
Okay, well, when you want to start with like a spoonful at a time and build up to like 8 ounces in the morning and 8 ounces in the afternoon. So that's kind of what is your supplemental dose. You kind of consider it as a supplement of nutrients in a cup, okay? So, can I interject my story, what happened to me?
Sure,
okay.
That's
so
funny.
when I started, I didn't start with a spoonful. So I didn't start with like what I was supposed to do, a spoonful, twice a day. Okay, I started with not 1 of these cups full, but 2 of them in the morning, and then not 1, but 2 in the afternoon. So
and what happened?
I had a healing reaction. And so my healing reaction was not so lovely. I could have backed off, but they taste so good. I couldn't back off. So when you have a healing reaction, which is basically an unwanted symptom, and so you have 2 choices. You can back off and just go more slowly and go back to taking it a spoonful at a time and building up to 8, 2 cups a day, 8 ounces. Or you can plow on through. So I plowed on through, much to my family's chagrin, because I ended up smelling like cat urine for like 3 months. I had really bad body odor for about 3 months. But I plowed through, and it was so delicious, and now all those toxins are out, and life is wonderful. Okay.
So you were a storehouse of toxins that needed to get out. Huh?
Yes, I was.
Whoa.
And it's so wonderful when you get them out. Okay, so let's move on to kidneys.
Because that was for liver.
Yes. So this is to help support the kidneys. And you're going to have apples, celery, and cabbage that help support the kidneys. And so one of the kidney's primary role is to filter out about 200 quarts of blood a day to get about 2 quarts of waste a day. So it removes the toxins from your bloodstream.
Or an ounce an hour at the very minimum.
Wow, that's good to know.
Very minimum.
Okay.
And it better be very pale, because if you have color in your urine, that's not very good thing.
Yeah, right. If you have color or blood or darkened urine, then that's a sign of kidney distress. So are puffy eyes and dark circles under the eyes, kidney stones. Let's see, there's a couple of more. Oh, pain in the back region is also
Low back pain?
Mid region. Mid back pain is a symptom of kidney distress. Okay, and then let's see, do I have covered them all? And then a strong
flank pain.
Yeah, exactly. And strong odor of your urine is also another one. So let's get this going. Okay. There we go.
I think what made it so good was the apples. But I suppose if you put pineapple in it, that'll be good too.
Pineapple's going to be really good, and that's what we'll get to next. That'll be our third juice that we do, that we highlight. Okay. So could you drink this every day,
Oh yeah.
Lois?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What about putting lemons or limes in some of this, or orange?
Okay. You know, oranges aren't recommended right away. They're a little bit harder on the digestive system. And all the beauty of juicing and the beauty of this is that it's very easy on your digestive system because you take out all the harsh pulp and fiber that is hard on the digestive system. So you're just left with nutrients that heal. Okay? But for lemons, and I have